folks, welcome to the Prepared Homestead. This is Travis. Thank you all for stopping by to watch. A little bit busy this evening, so I knew I couldn't make a live stream. So I thought I would go ahead and record this when I had the moment and upload it. So I would guess that many of you are already aware of this. This is not going to be breaking news for a lot of you, but in the last 24 hours or so online, it's become kind of a trending thing that the U.S. House of Representatives have passed a, it's part of the National Defense Authorization Act to change the Selective service requirements. For those of you that are, I would hope everyone knows what this is, but I'll fill you in anyways. Selective service is what every man at the age of 18 needs to go and register for service. Doesn't mean that he's in service. He's registering for selective service, meaning that he could potentially be drafted if there was a war called upon. And it is a requirement. A lot of people are saying, well, this isn't anything big difference. Yes, it's always been a requirement. If you don't do that, if you're a man, and if you don't do that between, I think it's 18 and 25 or 18 and 28 or whatever, it is considered a felony. Well, the U.S. House have amended that in the new Defense Authorization Act, and that you're not going to have to go and register. Every man is just automatically registered. You are automatically registered when you turn 18, period. Just a little side note, it's interesting that they have they know everyone. They know all the people that turn 18, right? They know when you turn 18, they have that much data on everyone so that you're now just automatically registered. That, to me, is a signal that they know that we're very likely getting ready for war. And they need to start preparing for it. Now, I know some of you are going to say, well, if they're doing that now, then that must mean that they're not thinking war's going to be for another year or two. That's not how our government thinks. In fact, it was a book written a year or two ago, and I can't remember the author of the book's name, but he was former special operations in the military, and he actually said in the book that the United States military is very bad about that. They wait until things are and in the book he was talking about how there's such low recruitment in the military in the last few years. And anyways, he said that the military is really bad about waiting to the very last moment where things are imminently bad and then push for recruitment. It's, anyways. So now everyone is going to be, now of course this hasn't completely passed. It's only passed the House. It has to go to the Senate. But as of right now, it looks like it's probably going to pass. Because the Senate's version has added another thing. That there will be a requirement, it won't be automatic, but that there will be a requirement for women to register for selective service. Meaning that we could be drafting girls, 18-year-old girls. That's how bad it is, folks. I guess you could say that the feminists are getting the equality they've always wanted. Now they can be drafted for military service. How bad are things when that is something that they're out of nowhere? I mean, if things weren't bad, if things were okay, why would they decide to do that? I think this is just a sign, folks. Been talking about how close we are getting to war, how likely it is, how things are heating up, and then now we've got the U.S. House and the U.S. Senate changing basically the rules for being drafted to where every man is automatically part of selective service, and now women have to start registering for selective service. Yeah, that's where we're at. And news media is not really covering it. It's mostly just online. A lot of people probably aren't going to talk about it that aren't in the right circles. But what other reason would they be doing this? Now, it's interesting in the House version, it talks about illegals, and I could be wrong on this one. A friend of mine was talking to me about this last night, and I was looking at it, and I think that the automatic selective service, I think that does include illegals. I know it does have a clause there, but I think that's talking about like diplomatic people that are here on diplomatic visas and stuff, that are immigrants. But the way it reads, I do believe that it is including illegals in the automatic selective service. Some theories out there already on this. Are they gonna get all the deplorables? That's the word I was looking for. The deplorables that are just not fitting and obeying well with all of this New World Order plans. Are they planning to send those off to fight in the war, and then our military is replaced by all the illegals? I know that's a stretch, but I don't think it's too far off from being a possibility. It's time people need to wake up. It's time to wake up. This administration, this government, these leaders, they're hell-bent on getting us into a big war. It'd be the best thing for them, really, for their global plans, for their digital currency, for all of it. And they're going to do everything they can to get us into a war, and I think it'll be before November. And you need to start getting ready for it. This is, you know, a few months ago, when I would make a video talking about this, I would have several people in the comments talking about how I'm way off on this, that we're not that close to war, that I'm just being dramatic. I'm seeing a lot less of those comments now. I'm seeing a lot of comments from people that realize that it's really that close. For those of you that have children, young men especially, that are at age or close to an age, I can't really tell you what to do. I've had a few people email me. What do I do? I'm not going to tell you what to do here on YouTube because it might be considered illegal, but this is going to be a big bloody war, folks. And I know that, well, you know, the U.S. military is still the biggest. I mean, we've got this blue Navy, you know, the Blue Sea Navy. Really? Because just this week over on the Red Sea, where our Navy is supposed to be protecting the commercial shipping from the Houthis in Yemen, the Houthis have sunk 2 commercial ships this week. Two commercial ships. So we're not even able to protect commercial shipping from some ragtag guys that don't even have a Navy. Don't be so confident that we can easily win this war. You know, if you look throughout history, when things like this happen, where you have a great empire that gets taken down, it's very often that it's not another empire, another nation that's equally as powerful. It's just one that's powerful enough to find their weakness. And right now, it appears to me that this nation has a lot of weaknesses. I don't know. Maybe I'm way off. Maybe it'll be averted. But the way things look right now, I think we're getting pretty close. So you need to be getting yourselves ready, stocking up, training, prepping, all that kind of stuff. Getting your life spiritually right with the Almighty Creator. Working on building relationships with people in your community, people around you. Coming up with a plan, what you're going to do when things get bad. Because I don't know that we're too far off from those bad things happening. Folks, get your houses in order and prepare yourselves mentally, physically, and spiritually. Thanks for watching. Catch you in the next video.